Welcome to Influenced by Tiffany, a talk show that is catered to millennials. This first episode will be catering to all of whom are having just such a hard time juggling their passions on the side while going to school and managing a 9 to 5. Or you're probably just working a part-time job and it might just be super hard to do so. So today we have here with us a special guest. Many of you know her as Hurt Bae, but I know her as Kourtney Jorge. And she will just be giving us some tips and tricks on how she is able to manage her career with school and her passions on her side. So for many of you who don't know Courtney, let's take a little recap of who Courtney is. Sip up, my loves.
What did you do?
I did everything.
Like what?
I had sex with other girls. I did everything.
All right, everyone, let's welcome Kourtney Jorge on set. We're so excited to have you today to stop by to let us know what exactly you've been up to and how you juggle your 9 to 5 job, your passion for fashion and beauty, and your plans for grad school and how you're just balancing all of that out, because millennials, you're a millennial, I'm a millennial as well, and I know there's so many people out there, millennials like us, who are trying to just figure everything out. So I thought it was really good to have you here with us to just give them some tips and tricks on managing that type of lifestyle. All right, so you want to just tell us a little about yourself? And
Sure. Okay. Well, hello everybody. My name is Courtney. You may know me as Hurt Bae. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. I live in New York City right now. Before I got here, I went to Spelman College. It's an all-girls college in Atlanta, Georgia. And after graduation, I just bought a one-way flight to New York. And so that's how I got here. When I got here, I started working, also pursuing my modeling goals and my career goals.
So I think that's actually pretty brave, millennials. We're a bit unstable. You guys just want to be honest with yourselves. We are unstable, and I think we're probably the bravest of generations. We will buy one-way tickets to wherever. And so how exactly did your life change after the video, Hurt Bae, went viral?
So it did a complete 180 after the video. People recognized me on the street. People would tell me that I am their inspiration, that I am their role model, which was very flattering but very overwhelming at the time. It's very weird, like walking around and someone knowing exactly who you are. But also people are saying that I am their inspiration, and that's a wonderful feeling.
Is that scary?
It is a little scary because it's kind of overnight. So it's like one day you wake up and you're just Courtney, and then you wake up the next day and you're a Hurt Bae, and everyone knows your face.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine how overwhelming that was for you. Okay, so what are your plans from here? What's next? Because I know one of your audience asked, so Courtney, what's next? What's next for you?
So I have a lot of things planned. I can't give like too specifics, but I am planning on moving into the beauty industry as well as pursuing my modeling career. I'm also applying to grad school right now. So I have a lot of things planned for the future, and thank you for asking.
No problem. Okay, so you mentioned grad school. What schools are you applying to?
So I'm applying to some here in New York, NYU, Columbia, and then I'm applying to some on the West Coast, USC, and international relations. My undergraduate degree was in political science.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking to continue.
Is that where you're working right now?
So when I first got here, I was working at the 9/11 Memorial in government affairs, but now I'm working at a financial asset company.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I have a few more questions for you. How was it? Well, do you plan on quitting your job once you get into the beauty industry? You know, as an influencer, which you are now, you know, you're very popular on Instagram. How many followers do you have?
Today I hit 170,000.
Oh my gosh. So you're officially an influencer.
Yes.
And as you know, influencers do get paid, you know, a ton of money based on their followings. What are your plans? Are you planning to quit your job or to continue on as a career bae, a fashion bae, and a college bae for now?
Well, for now, I am still working. I still work 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and I do influencer things, modeling on the side, on the weekend, at night. So I barely sleep, but I try to fit everything in my schedule. When the time comes, I do plan on taking the leap into just being an influencer. But right now, I still have my 7:30 to 5:30 a.m. job.
So I think a lot of millennials, so like myself, you know, I've been thinking, I did not expect the work industry to be like this. So I just graduated 2016.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And when I started work, you know, I thought I was this career woman, and yes, I want to do this 9 to 5. And I get there, I love my job. I work for Amazon, I love it there. And I'm like, wow, do I want to do this my entire life? I don't know. And I think a lot of millennials have that question. Exactly, you know, some millennials, they would enter the work field and just quit.
Right.
So what advice do you have to women who are doing both? How can you juggle that and be successful at what you have a passion for without just not being broke by following your passion?
Okay, so living in New York City is very expensive. I can say that. You probably can say that. And that's why I still have my day job. But my advice is to chase your dreams on the side, or chase them, you know, when you have time. So no days off. Like if you have a weekend to pursue your dreams, or if you have time when you get off of work. I rarely sleep. I push this as hard as I can. So that's my advice to anyone else. If you have time, use that time to follow your dreams and follow your goals.
Alright guys, so it's time for the bonus question. Drum roll! From Natasha Zamora, and her question is, what advice would you give to women in unhealthy situations? So, let's see your question.
Okay. So my advice would be to assess the situation yourself. You know your relationship better than anyone, you and your partner. So my advice would be, if you feel like you can't handle something, then leave. But if you feel like working through it, it's all your prerogative. So you know yourself, you know what you can handle, you know what you can take, and you know what you can't take. So assess the situation. What I do, I write down a list of good and bad, and if the bad outweighs the good, then you know your answer right there. So it's all on you, and know your word.
Exactly. So thank you, Courtney, for that question. Does your audience have any questions?
So let's see.
What place you want to visit?
Does anyone have any questions for me for the show?
What's the place you want to visit? So one of Courtney's audience from her live video asked, what is one place that she wants to visit? So what's that?
So one place that I would like to visit is Croatia. One of my friends is doing a year abroad, and she's actually in different places in the world. And she went to Croatia. She showed me some pictures, and it's beautiful. So that's a place that I would like to go.
Have you ever gone to Bali, Indonesia?
No, I haven't, but now I might.
You have to check it out. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
Alrighty. Any other questions?
Any other questions? If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? Right? Is that Laura?
That's a really good question. So the question was, if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be?
That's a good question. If I could change one thing in my life, Like probably having a car in New York.
You have a car right
No,
now?
I don't have a car, but it would be having a car in New York. I don't like to think about changing things in my life because I think that those experiences have made me the person that I am. But I would like a car in New York.
So my best friend's here behind the camera, and 2 days ago my car got towed. So I don't think you want a car in New York. And then to get here, we had to circle and circle around. You know, it's just so much expense. The insurance is super high. You might want to think about that.
Yeah. Maybe I will.
Alrighty, let's see. One more question. So I have one from my audience.
Okay.
And they said, what would be your 3 wishes?
My 3 wishes. I haven't thought about that. I would wish for success,
Yeah.
happiness, and probably world peace.
I like that. Oh, she's so positive. Okay. That's so cool. I like that. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Courtney, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate you popping in here, and my millennials out there, I hope you were able to gain some knowledge on how you can balance your passion for beauty, fashion, hair, whatever it is, and go to school or work a 9-to-5 job. You know, I believe in education. I believe in educating yourself. And my motto is you have to do what you got to do until you do it. So that's about it. It's a wrap. Thank you guys for popping in.
Thank you.